Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Commanders and the Black Knights, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington Commanders and the London Black Knights. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
NFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that clock's going to be on the ground.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first and second down as well to get to third and manageable and make them able to pick up those.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris Olave
from a yard out.
And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On third down, Michaels had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On second down, they'll run it here. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the BlackKnights are an extra point away from evening this one up. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. McPherson's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Out of the gun now on third down. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down and inches. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 35.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. Flush to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman. And our look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to...
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win.